Hello, my name is Eric Beckford, and today I'll be talking about a philosophy that I personally believe in, which is the importance of human connection. There's a difference between living and existing, and in my opinion, the quality of life is dependent on the quality of your relationships and your experiences. And a relationship is simply a bond between two people, and this is one form of human connection. Human connection plays such a large, influential role in your everyday life, and so today I would like to talk about a couple ways that it does so. One is a sense of belonging. Feeling that you belong somewhere it could be considered a necessity, like food or water, because when you feel that you belong somewhere, it relieves stress and anxiety, making you a happier and more fulfilled person. It makes you feel less alone or helpless, which is why ever since the earliest civilizations, people have had places to belong to, whether it was a religion or a family or a school, whatever it may be. And Sally Boardman does a great job in highlighting this in her work called The Importance of Developing a Sense of Belonging. Here she says, humans have an instinctive need to belong. Evolutionarily, cooperation and group relationships have led to an increased level of survival. Ever since the dawn of our species, people have had things to belong to, whether it be families, tribes, countries, religions, that's just to name a few. In this quote, it shows that ever since the beginning, people have had places to belong to, and when they did, they made significantly more progress than when it was everyone for themselves. And this proves that a sense of belonging and human connection in a community really helps forward progress. Secondly, can you remember a time when there was someone you looked up to so much, or someone you spent so much time with, that you began to mimic what they did, the way they talked, like what they wore, what they watched? This is natural. Everyone does this. As people, we tend to mimic or mirror or copy things that our idols do, whether it be a friend or a parent. And I wanted to talk about this today because this has happened multiple times in my life, but I'd like to talk about an instance where it actually changed who I became. And this was in the 3rd grade. I had just moved from California to Europe, and I was a new kid in this school. I made this friend, let's call him Rick, and he approached me very quickly and we became friends, like on the 2nd, 3rd day of school. But what I didn't realize is that the reason why he approached me so quickly was because everyone else had already decided to steer clear of him because he was a troublemaker. He would talk during class, he would crack jokes, and was in general just a complete nuisance to all the teachers, and he'd bring down the other kids with him. And that's what happened to me. But since he was my only friend at the school and the only person I could hang out with, I ended up spending so much time with him that I began to mimic him. I became a troublemaker, and I tried to become a class clown, and it was a stage in my life that really brought me down because all the teachers disliked me. And this shows that the people that we hang out with changes who we become and how we behave so much without us even knowing it. So that's another example about how human connection, in the form of the way you act around each other and the way you can take on their morals and their values, this is what's shown in this story I've shown you. So to conclude, human connection is so influential in our daily lives, whether it's a sense of belonging, a community, or if it's our values and our morals and who we choose to spend our time with. Human connection comes into play in so many different ways in our lives, and that's why I think it's so important to have positive connections rather than negative ones like the story I told you. That's my speech on the importance of human connection. Thank you so much. Goodbye.